part of the video series, we're going to show you guys how to install aftermarket speakers into the rear door of your Toyota Tacoma. This is the driver's side rear door, and you can get to this point. You can look at the playlist. We've got other videos on how to get to this point. It takes maybe 5 minutes on getting the door panel on.
Okay, so first what we're going to do is we're going to remove this wire harness from the factory speaker. There's a little clip right here. Just got to squeeze that in and pull the wire out. Get yourself a 10mm socket. In our kit, we provide a wire harness that connects directly to your factory wire harness. That way, if you want to return to stock, it's a simple removing this, putting your old stock speaker in, and you're done. This, like I said, plugs directly into your factory harness. The way I like to run this is I like to follow factory wiring because it's already out of the way. It's not going to get in the way of the window. It's not going to get in the way of the door closing, anything like that. So to stay safe, I choose to follow factory wiring. So just pull back some of the plastic, feed in your wires. So we have the wiring where it needs to go. If you want, you have a grommet right here. You can easily put a slice into that, run the wiring straight down. The only thing is make sure you're clearing the window. Here, the way I ran it, I'll just grab a small zip tie and I'll tie it to the factory wiring. So that one zip tie is going to hold it back. It's about right here. I'm going to go ahead and put another one over here. This way it shortens the slack that you have to connect to the speaker. So if you got the heavy duty mount, you're going to need to look into getting the longer bolt kit. That way the bolts will reach the mounts. If you ended up getting the budget friendly mount, you can use your factory screws to screw them back into the door. What you want to do with either of the mounts that you get, you're going to want to pre-drill small pilot holes in all 4 screw slots for the speaker. I have a pilot hole right there. Get your drill, tie that in. In doing that, you want to make sure that the mount is the correct way, and you want to make sure that the connectors on the bottom of the speaker are facing down. So I have the mount here, all the holes line up, the connectors on the speaker are right here, my wiring comes in right here. In our kit we include various sizes of speaker connectors. On this speaker itself you have your positive, you have your negative. Usually your positive is a little bit bigger of a terminal, your negative the smaller. You want to make sure you do a little test fit with the connectors to make sure they fit before you crimp them onto the wiring, just in case, so that you don't have to swap them out. So here's one, that one's good. Here's 2. That one's good. So go ahead and connect those to your wiring. Your red is your positive. I have a bigger terminal for the positive. I'm going to give it a little tug, make sure it's secure. When you're connecting your terminals, you want to make sure that when you're putting the terminal into the connector, you want to make sure you're getting in the connector, not in between the plastic. I've done that and it slides out. You want to make sure you're in the connector. There's 1. There's 2. Make sure the wiring's down, out of the way. Grab 1 bolt. When you're tightening these down, you don't want to over tighten them because you will strip out that anchor. So just a slight, and there's your speaker.